Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Back here at Kelso High School for the boys' turn in tonight's varsity doubleheader between Mark Morris and the Kelso Hilanders. Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media, Mark Morris and Kelso Athletics. Rivalry renewed. These two teams have gotten together a couple of times over the past few seasons, and they'll do it again here tonight on K Court. Kelso 1-0 on the season after defeating the Ridgefield Spudders 62-57 in the season/home opener on Monday. Mark Morris has already played twice this season with mixed results, winning their first game by 10 on the road against Castle Rock, and then falling in their home opener to Kingsway Christian 51-39. So the Monarchs will be looking for a little bit of redemption on their end in terms of performance and kind of getting their feet underneath of them. Mark Morris graduating 10 seniors off of last year's roster. And one of the storylines that is not really going to come into tonight's ball game in a factoring way. A.J. Fabian, formerly of the Kelso Hilanders, a transfer over to Mark Morris in the offseason. He is in the building but not in uniform, as he is going to miss the first 9 games of the season due to the new transfer rules. Kelso Hilanders really don't care too much to talk about that from their perspective of things. They just want to take care of business and try to continue to stack up some wins after defeating 1 2A Greater St. Helens League team. They're looking to make it 2 in a row. They're on the heels of a good performance by Anthony Robinson, who scored 22 points in that win. And Reese White, a 6'4" junior, adding 16 in that ball game against the Spudders. Meanwhile, it's the Mark Morris Monarchs led by Drew Ibarreta and his 21 points per ball game. He scored 33, a career high on the road against Castle Rock. But a lot of newcomers on the Mark Morris roster and a lot of familiar faces for the Kelso Hilanders. We are just about set for pregame introductions here in this one. Fans, we're on YouTube only here tonight, so be sure to share this live stream link with friends and family on the Facebook. My good buddy Brian Levesky says, book it. Well, I don't know who we're booking tonight, but popular phrase amongst us for sure, Brian. Speaking of book it, though, last year we talked about that phrase with Tumwater a lot, right, Brian? And this year, the Tumwater Thunderbird football team feels under the radar. They're going to take on the Archbishop Murphy Wildcats in the state championship tomorrow. I have a feeling Tumwater might be in good position for an upset tomorrow, Brian. I don't know. I guess I'd call it an upset as we got starting lineups here.
Head coach of the Mark Morris Monarchs, Ken Kelly. All right, K-Town, you know what time it is. It's time to start bleeding blue and gold. Sub-Zero, Bronson Miller. And the junior wing, 6 foot, number 2, the Heart Attack Carter Huntley. Back for his senior season at weight 6'2", number 4, Alex Dieter. And our senior guard at 6 foot, number 5, Anthony Robinson. And on junior wing, the man in the middle at 6'4", number 23, Reese White. Head coaching of the Kelso Hilanders, Joe Kinch, assisted by Cedric Cheney, Tom Dior. Let's play Highlander basketball.
Starting lineups once again. First for the Monarchs, number 3, Cole Swafford. Number 4, Drew Ibarreta. Number 10, Zane Armstrong. Number 12, Maddox Mobbs. And number 20, Reuven Pizarchuk. Head coach of the Monarchs, Ken Kelly. And for the Kelso Hilanders, number 0, Bronson Miller. Number 2, Carter Huntley. Number 4, Alex Dieter. Number 5, Anthony Robinson. And number 23, Reese White, who's jumping it up against Maddox Mobbs. And the tip controlled by White. And we are off and running Highlander basketball. Ball movement circling off the three-point line. A long 2 missed. Rebounded by Mark Morris. Drew Ibarreta added on a lot of muscle in the offseason, and he's going to be the muscle for the Monarchs this year. Maddox Mobbs is trying to get to the cup, but he can't do it. He's cut off by the official, who calls an illegal screen on Cole Swafford. It's the first foul on the Monarchs. Kelso basketball. Robinson, ball fake, dribbles in, kicks. Carter Huntley now with it, looks at White, keeps it. Now it goes back down to White. White spins off, fades, rattles one home. White with the first bucket of the game, and the Highlanders out to a 2-0 lead. Handoff near side, Ibarreta picks it up, goes to the corner. Armstrong, nice head fake. And he is called for traveling, left his feet, and they came down before the pass off. Two zip Highlanders. White swings it, bounce pass, baseline. Nice ball fake. And Miller got caught up, lost the ball, picked it up, and put it in. Size advantage for the Highlanders down low as Bronson Miller gives the Highlanders a 4-0 lead. Ball poked loose on the floor. Picked up by Mark Morris. Head fake off the three-point line. Mobbs retains possession, being harassed, and it's going to be a foul on Alex Dieter, his first.
Alex Dieter picks up his first team foul for Kelso.
Ball tapped out of bounds. White got a hand on it. Monarchs will inbound with Armstrong. Gets it in to Ibarreta. And the pass is out of bounds. Could not be handled over there on the far sideline by Cole Swafford, as we are off and running here. First quarter action, 6:04 to go. Highlanders with the ball in the lead, 4-0. Drive, kick, steal. Mark Morris out in front. Shot up, no good by Armstrong. Rebound, put back, no good by Mobbs, but Mobbs is fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line for 2. So defense leading to a run out. Mark Morris looking to get on the board. Students are into this one over there on that Kelso side as Mobbs sends the first on the way, and it's no good, off back iron. On the way, Mobbs misses. Huntley grabs the rebound for the Highlanders. So Mark Morris still looking for their first points of the game. Robinson pulls the trigger, looks right, and it is airballed into the lap of Swafford. Armstrong gets Mark Morris into the offense. Double team near side. Swafford loses the handle in the corner, tries a dangerous pass down low, ball loose, and now we got a whistle. Traveling is called on Mobbs and Mark Morris. .5:11 to go here, opening quarter. In the corner, Huntley pulls the trigger, rattles out, ball loose. Huntley last to touch it. No, it's gonna be Kelso ball. Ooh, my eyes deceive me. Brian comments, Battleground beat Heritage last night. I know, I got a buddy whose kid goes to Battleground on their C Squad team and told me that they had won. We've got a foul away from the ball that's gonna go against Kelso and give the ball back to the Monarchs. It's an illegal screen on Reese White. It's gonna be his first. 4:57 to go, opening quarter. Mark Morris again still looking for their first basket or points of any kind here. Ibarreta gets it to the top of the circle. And it's Swafford for three, near wing, no good. Miller with the rebound for Kelso. Huntley dribbles to the top of the circle. Goes far side. An extra pass to Dieter. Dieter tries to get it inside to White. Behind White. Can't handle it. Good teammate there picking up a down player for Mark Morris before they get out in front. Now on the logo, Armstrong calls the play out. Gets it to Ibarreta. Ibarreta still with a dribble. Now puts it down after shaking off the defender. Tries going up. He's stripped on the way up by Huntley. Dieter comes away with it. Now Huntley brings it up. Dieter fires the pass down low. White with great position. Up off the window, and he leaves it just a little bit short. Mobbs with the board. Under 4 to go here, opening quarter. 4-0 Kelso. Mobbs, nice jab and triple threat. Puts it on the deck, now backs out. Needs some help, fires a pass down low. Hands on the ball, out of bounds. Last touched by Mark Morris. And we're gonna get some subs coming in for the Highlanders. Checking into the game, Owen Dahl and Bryson Eastham. They reversed the call here, and the shot clock did get reset. So they are gonna put 8 on the shot clock for this possession. Inbound to Ibarreta, pushes it up from the baseline. Nice find there on the inbound, and Ibarreta gets the first Monarchs points of the night, 4-2. Pass inside to no one in a white jersey. Timing off there on that play for Kelso. Ibarreta now with it, far side, puts it on the deck. Passes here near wing 3 on the way for Swafford, no good. Rebound Miller. Miller outlet up ahead, does not get there. Swafford plays defensive back and intercepts it back for the Monarchs. Ibarreta being guarded by Huntley, gives it up far side. Entry pass deflected, out of bounds, last touch by the Highlanders. Alex Dieter quickly back into the game, as well as Owen Fraley. Fake handoff drive. Mobbs just leaves it short, and we'll head to the free throw line. Nice play design there on the inbound. Eastham called for the foul for Kelso, his first. And it's the 4th team foul on the Highlanders. Mobbs at the line for the second time here in the quarter. 0 for 2 his first trip. 1 for 1 on this one. 1 for 3 overall. I did go to Kelso. I can do math, by the way. Misses that one. Now 1 for 4 from the line. And it's a 1-point game. Dahl with it. Dahl blocked from behind, out of bounds. It's going to stay with Kelso. Checking into the game is Kelso Hilanders for Mark Morris. And Anthony Robinson getting back in there for Kelso. 2:41 left. Slow start offensively here, but that's no worry. A lot of time left in this one. Entry pass to Dieter, fumbled initially. Dieter recovers, gets around the defender, misses the shot. Mark Morris with the rebound. Mobbs with it, head fakes. Now Armstrong puts it on the deck. Goes far side to Hilanders. Hilanders goes further far side. Gets it back, dials up a 3. The lefty misses it a little long. Rebound goes to Fraley. Dahl was cherry picking after that one, was wide open. Fraley just didn't look up and see him. Robinson still with a dribble, goes baseline. Nice entry, Dieter! Nice pass by Eastham. (6-3) Highlanders. Ibarreta gives it up to Mobbs. Mobbs ball fakes and jabs, hands it off. Ibarreta, good rush there by Dahl defensively. Ibarreta gets in the paint, pushes it up just a little bit long, and a hold, wise hold there. 2 Highlanders were on the run. Veteran play by Zane Armstrong there to grab the jersey and slow down that process. 1:24 left, opening quarter, Kelso on top. Robinson pulls the trigger, and he's good on his second three-point attempt. 9-3. Kelso leading it by half a dozen now. Trying to split 2 defenders, unable to do it is Ibarreta. Kelso comes away with it. Dahl, near wing, moves it far wing. Robinson gets a little bit of space. Armstrong trying to close the distance, miscommunication. Mobbs on the break, lays it up and in easily. Nice play there by Maddox Mobbs, 9-5. Dahl gets a screen, head fakes, keeps his dribble, long 2, yes. Dahl with his first bucket of the game. Ibarreta somehow rises up and muscles it in. At the buzzer. No good. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Kelso leads it 11-7. After one, Kelso leads at 11-7. Mark Morris basketball. Armstrong with it, being guarded by Fraley. Now running over here near corner is Ibarreta. Ibarreta cut off by Robinson. Tries to drop step spin. Fraley comes away and steals it. Break up ahead. Kelso looking to run out. Pass not on target. That one is White under the basket from Dahl. 13-7 Kelso. Ball rotated far side. Swafford ran off the three-point line, gallops into the lane, misses the shot long. Rebound, Fraley. Fraley long and lanky. I like his body type here. Nice pass down low. Robinson to White. And Reese White with the first four for Kelso, but it's been the ball movement so far for the Highlanders that's been key. Mobbs skips a pass to the corner to Armstrong. Armstrong puts it on the deck. Fraley right there next to him. Robinson and Fraley trying to switch the coverage. Nice head fake. Armstrong goes up, misses it just a little long. Great move there, but couldn't hit the shot. Dieter with the board. Skip near side. Robinson shows the ball, gets it to the trailer, who's Dieter, who rotates it to Dahl, who fires up a three that does not draw iron. 15-7 Kelso, 6:20 to go here in the second quarter. Far side head fake, dribbling back now. Skip pass, deflected. Robinson trying to chase it down, can't do it. Numbers up ahead for Mark Morris now. The trailer's Ibarreta for three, short. Ball tapped up, still loose. Dieter is fouled, they say, by Armstrong. It's going to be a loose ball foul on Zane Armstrong, his second personal. And then the ever so popular "you can't do that" chant. Fraley getting a pat on the back of the head from longtime coach Joe Kinch in his, I think, 27th season now. Backing down, Dieter cutting behind the defense is Miller. Again, more great passing, unselfish play from the Highlanders. They've opened up a 10-point lead, 17-7. Far side now. Zone defense being played by the Highlanders. Good in and out pass here. Swafford couldn't hit the open three. Armstrong rebounds it though. Back to Swafford. Swafford drives right. Passes back to the spot he started from. Armstrong drives from there. Block. Free throws coming for Armstrong. Reese White called for the personal foul, his second. Got to be careful. Kelso fans chanting to take the whistle from Eric Cheatley. Good call under the basket. Armstrong misses the free throw. Checking back in here is Bryson Eastham. White will sit. Armstrong second on the way. Swished. 17-8. Outlet up ahead to Miller. Miller thought about it. Instead, moves it back to Huntley, who goes far side to Robinson. Robinson picks up his dribble, enters it down low. Dieter, good position, forces one up, doesn't hit it. Rebound, though, Eastham misses the shot. Dieter goes up and gets another rebound. This is Miller for three. Nothing but Twine holds up three fingers to let him know. 20-8. Kelso pulling away early. Bounce pass entry, far side block, kick back out, three-point line extended. Ball poked loose, tracked down though by Ibarreta. And we've got a whistle away from the ball due to, it looks like, an injury. Maddox Mobs back into the game. Again, zone defense by the Highlanders. Skip pass gets here near corner 3, up in front of the shot clock buzzer. Does not draw rim. It is a turnover. 4:05 to go in the second period, and we've got a timeout. Mark Morris. We're going to keep it right here on the Kelso end of the court with 4:05 left in the second. 20-8 Highlanders. Six points for Reese White, 7 for Bronson Miller. Leading the way for the Highlanders. The bigs taking advantage of the size they possess down low, especially over what Mark Morris has listed on the roster. Again, Mark Morris graduating 10 seniors from a season ago. They'll eventually get some size out there on the court. When A.J. Fabian becomes eligible, he'll have to sit 6 more games after this one. So Mark Morris looking to get some cohesiveness amongst the new faces and bodies before the return of Fabian. The standard is always win a league championship at Mark Morris. They're going to have some tough competition, as they most often do. The R.A. Long Lumberjacks back and close to as good as they were last year. Still a long way to go for them as well. Columbia River also a very good team, and Mark Morris is going to be there to battle with all of them. Woodland much improved. Washougal improved. Ridgefield improved, just beat WF West by 26 the other night. So a lot of good teams in the Greater St. Helens League 2A and 3A. Kelso, meanwhile, will be battling it with the Prairie Falcons and the Mountain View Thunder, amongst others. Kelso ball. 2-3 zone by the Monarchs. Miller, bounce pass, far corner, gets it back. Now a great high post entry. Dieter up off the window high, misses, gets his own board, high off the window, misses again, and it is going to be a whistle and a foul on Dieter, trying to retrieve the loose ball after the miss. Second team foul on the Highlanders, second personal on Dieter. Running the baseline, low pass, could not be scooped up by Mobs, as Cashton Heidler was trying to get it to him. Dieter checks out. Owen Fraley back out there for the Highlanders. Again, fans, we do have a live stream comment section up and running. Type in your thoughts, prayers, hopes, dreams, where you're watching from, who you are rooting for, and also please just hit the like button on the stream that you're watching. Inside out, Kelso far corner 3, no good. Huntley tries to follow it, but Armstrong is there first. Double team up top on Ibaretta. Skip pass far side, hauled in, and now a foul's going to be called by Huntley, on Huntley, by Eric Cheatley on the far side. That's going to be the second on Carter Huntley. Owen Dahl checking in, and initially was going to get Robinson, but I think that foul changed the mind of the coaching staff, because now Carter Huntley will check out with those 2 fouls. It's the third team foul on Kelso. 3:03 left, second quarter. And the zone defense, again, giving Mark Morris a little bit of problems here. A 3 on the way, short. Rebound, Bronson Miller. Robinson, ball fakes, gets a screen, puts it on the deck. Now dribbles it back out, ball fakes, moves it to Dahl. Dahl gets a screen from Eastham. And a switch on defense, gets it to Robinson. His three is wedged between the glass and the rim. And ball tapped into the basket. It's jump ball, possession arrow favoring Kelso. 2:30 left here in the second. Inbound under the basket, Miller gets it in and then gets the handoff from Dahl. Drive, foul. Robinson will get to the line after attacking the rim. Foul is going to be on Cashton Heidler. I believe that's his first, and it is. Robinson, fresh off a 22-point game against Ridgefield, misses on the first. He's got 3 so far in the game. Robinson toes the charity stripe and hits the second. 21-8, Kelso. Mark Morris has got to get something going. They've only scored 1 point so far here in the second. Shots just haven't been falling so far, and the defense has been smothering. Now that's a great pass down low. It's Ibarreta under the basket who catches and gives Mark Morris their first field goal of the quarter with 2:01 to go in the second. Ending the drought. Running the baseline, kicking it back out near wing. Dahl now with it. Moves it top of the circle. Robinson tries to drive, has it poked loose, recovers. Dahl with it, jabs, fires a 3, off back iron. Ibarreta goes up high, grabs the board, had it poked loose, but it goes to Armstrong. Armstrong slowing it down across the timeline. Still in the zone defense. Far block, kick out. Ibarreta for back-to-back buckets, and this one's down from 3. So 5 quick ones for Ibarreta. Gets Mark Morris back within striking distance, 21-13. Drop step spin inside. Great move. They called a travel. Luke Bilger checking into the ball game for Mark Morris. 21-13, 1:02 to go here in the second. Ibarreta crosses over, splits defenders. Foul going up, 2 shots for Ibarreta.
Picks up his second. 2 shots for Ibarreta.
That foul was on Bryson Eastham as Ibarreta hits on the first free throw. He's got 10 of the Monarchs' 14 points here with 57.8 left in the first half. And he hits again. So Ibarreta on a 7-0 run. Nice entry. Miller from, I believe, Fraley. But Bronson Miller right at the cup. The ball movement continuing to be impressive on the Kelso side. Ibarreta gives it up. Ball fake by Armstrong. Swafford back to Armstrong. 3 on the way. Short. Rebound, Dahl. Kelso looking to push. Mark Morris retreats beautifully. Pass forced down low. Eastham wrestles it away. Kicks to the corner. 3 no good by Miller. 10 on the clock. Mark Morris pushing the pace. Back to Ibarreta. Whistle. And it's on the floor. This could be, I think, free throws.
Bronson Miller charged with his first personal.
Fouls on Miller, and it is going to be free throws. They're over the limit. Bonus time with 3.6 left in the first half as Armstrong at the charity stripe. First on the way and good. Second time that Armstrong's been at the free throw line, and he's 2 for 3. Second on the way, and no good. Rebound. Eastham has time, throws it up, good if it goes. And he does hit the backboard, gave it a ride. 23-16 at the break.
Hilanders 23, Monarchs 16.
It looked like a bleak quarter for Mark Morris up until the 2-minute mark when Drew Ibarreta went on a personal 7-0 run. Kelso ends up outscoring the Monarchs 12-9 in that second quarter. We are here at the half, folks. 10 minutes till the start of the second half. I'm going to take a water break, and we'll be back to talk about the first half and what we can expect possibly in the second. You're watching Kelso Mark Morris on N2 Media.
Ladies and gentlemen, proud to introduce 10th graders, Art Deca Officer Kaylee Grimace-Salas.
We did amazing the first game. We raised $450
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our very brief halftime entertainment. Gino Harden and Maddox Zepeda going at it here, a little one-on-one, one-on-two, but the Kelso Hilanders, the varsity, are out and ready to take the court with the lead 23-16. Nick Sisson back here on N2 Media. Bronson Miller leading the way with 9 points for the Hilanders. Reese White with 6, Anthony Robinson with 3, Owen Dahl and Alex Dieter each with a deuce. For the Monarchs, Drew Ibarretta's 11 points leads all scorers in the ball game, and then Maddox Mobbs chipping in 3 and Zane Armstrong adding 2. Defense ruled the roost there in that first half. Kelso held an 11-7 lead at the end of the first, and then held Mark Morris to single digits again there in the second quarter, outscoring the Monarchs 12-9. But the length that Kelso has down low to match with some athleticism, Dieter, a big factor down low for the Highlanders, as well as Bronson Miller and Reese White. Great ball movement, really the story there for Kelso on the offensive side, leading to some quality looks at the cup. Kelso really hasn't tried to live outside at all in this one. And they're well prepared to try to attack Mark Morris down low. Meanwhile, Mark Morris really off to a slow start shooting, mixed in with a couple of turnovers uncharacteristic of their brand of basketball. They're going to get things figured out. Whether or not it's going to be tonight and they're able to come back and win this one, a lot of growth is in the forecast for the Monarchs this season. They're only going to get better each day and each game they get out there, especially when they get to full strength. But a lot of time left in this ball game, an entire second half of action. A 7-point deficit not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination. Score update from the 3A state championship between O'Dea and Mount Tahoma. It's a defensive battle there as well, 7-0. Fighting Irish of O'Dea with the lead, looking for back-to-back state championships. Mount Tahoma has a solid team as well. And just like there, a 7-point deficit can be evened up in a hurry. It'll be Mark Morris basketball to start the second half. Armstrong inbounds it to Ibarretta. We're off and running. Zone defense again here by the Highlanders. It's worked very, very well so far. Why go away from it? Entry pass to the high post. Great spot to get the ball when you're going against the zone. Ball on the floor. Leaking out is Reese White. White goes up and lays it in off the window. Swafford was trailing him. I think White wanted to pack that one, but couldn't get the spring to get up there and do it. He'll settle for the 2 points. Ball poked loose out of bounds. It'll be Mark Morris ball still. White now with 8 after that basket. Armstrong lobs it in. Ball immediately passed to the right side out of the corner. Now on the wing, Swafford with it. Dribbles in, kicks. Nice position inside, feed inside. Maddox Mobbs with the bucket. Mobbs now with 5 for the Monarchs. A 3 by Miller rattles around and down. 10-point lead now, 28-18, 12 for Miller. High post entry, right back to the wing. A 3 is down by Armstrong. So the Monarchs settling in and shooting the ball a lot better here to start the second half. Robinson to get it back. No. Rebound, far side. Huntley into contact. It rolls off. He'll head to the line. Foul's going to be on Maddox Mobbs, his first, as Huntley hits his first point of the game. 29-21. Huntley swishes it home. 2 points for Huntley. Didn't shoot that ball from the free throw line particularly well against Ridgefield, but he's 2 for 2 so far here tonight. Ibarreta for 3, yes, and the Monarchs are scorching hot right now out of the locker room. They just need to get the defense going now. 30-24. Ball poked loose, last touched by White, they say. So there's a stop. 6:05 left in the third, 6-point game. Armstrong to bring it up. Crosses half court, crosses over. And now trying to dribble around traffic, loses it out of bounds with the left-hand dribble into the Monarchs bench area. So after a nice stop, turnover gives it back to Kelso. Highlanders looking to get some momentum back in their corner here. They're not shooting the ball poorly by any means as well. Nice feed down low, nice spin off of that, and White can't hit it in front of Mobbs. Mobbs brings it across, nearly goes over and back, but he stayed behind the line, and now Swafford leaves his feet and travels. Second turnover in a row for Mark Morris. 5:35 to go, third quarter. Miller rotates it, far side now, off the dribble, off the window. Huntley no good. Ball tapped up, missed. Huntley on the baseline, toes it, and retrieves it. Ball rotated. Robinson's 3 is down. The Highlanders back on top by 9. Extra possessions paying off for the Highlanders. Mark Morris has got to do a little better job rebounding the ball. Can't allow Kelso to have that many looks at the basket. Ball poked loose on the floor, picked up by White. White slows it up, finds a trailer Huntley, who finds a trailer Dieter. High off the glass, no good. Dieter gets his own rebound in front of 2 Monarchs. Goes under the basket, travels. That's a good call, though. That is a good call. Great hustle by Dieter. And again, Mark Morris not doing a great job rebounding as Bryson Eastham checks back into the game. Dieter sits out. 4:45 to go now in the quarter. Far wing, off the dribble, Armstrong. Had a screen, dribbled off of it. Ibarreta open, missed it. Not going to miss too many of those. White with the rebound, looking to race out. Goes far side, Robinson, ball fakes. Finds White. White dribbles, blocked. Gets it back, shot no good, foul called. White heads to the line. Again, a second chance opportunity for the Highlanders. Foul called on Cashton Heidler, his second personal. Second team foul as White's free throw no good. Into the ball game is Owen Dahl. Carter Huntley will sit down. White's second on the way. No good also. Ball loose. And it's Heidler who comes away with it. Outlet, near side. Open 3, Ibarreta misses again. Ball loose. White comes away with the rebound. Far wing off the line. Might have been a charge, no call. Nice dime by White, but the shots are missed by Eastham. Loose ball. gathered by mobs of Mark Morris. 2 dribbles behind the back. It proves to be one too many as the ball is on the floor, and it's a wrestling match for it. On the bottom of the pile is Bryson Eastham. A fist is raised, and it looks like it's going to be a loose ball foul against Mark Morris. And it's going to be on Mobs. That's his second personal and the third Monarchs team foul. Kelso with the ball and the lead, 33-24. A 3 far wing. Cash money by Bronson Miller, and he's turned and stared down his own student section to say, yep, I'm feeling it tonight. 36-24. Cut inside, pass behind the intended target. 4-on-2 break up ahead. A Euro step shot, no good. Dahl missed it. Put back attempt, no good. Foul called. See who they got the foul on. 15 now for Bronson Miller after the triple. And at the line is Miller. And the first one rolls around and off. Coming into the game is Luke Bilger for the Monarchs. Cole Swafford will sit. Deep breath by Miller. Second free throw. Rattles off. Rebound Mobs. Far wing pass on the block. Double team. Foul on the floor is going to go against Kelso. And I think they got this one on Dieter, and they do. So 2 subs coming in now for Kelso. Huntley in for Robinson. And it looks like Owen Fraley, yep, coming in as well for Miller. And this ball's into the backcourt. And it's a traveling called on Heidler. Tough turnover there for the Monarchs. They trail it by 12. Can't afford to be giving away possessions like that on inbounds underneath their own basket. Entry, far block under the basket. Dieter, hook shot, rolls it in. Dieter's got really good position so far tonight. Hasn't converted on many of his opportunities, as we're going to have a timeout here by Mark Morris. Mount Tahoma scored, and they've tied up the 3A state championship game, according to my man Jake Moe in the comment section for those that care. Dieter has 4 now after the made basket. Kelso up by 14, threatening to pull away, but Ken Kelly, in his second season as the Mark Morris frontman, is wanting to keep his team within striking distance. This is a big last 2 minutes and 36 seconds of the third quarter to see if he can get his team to trim this lead down to single digits heading into that fourth quarter. Mark Morris basketball after the timeout. Mobs fade away from the elbow, probably not what the doctor ordered. Misses the shot. Rebound Kelso, and they move it into the front court. Now looking to get into the offense. Near side Dahl, still with a dribble at the three-point line on the near wing. Goes off the dribble, shoulders into Bilger, forces a shot up. Good defense there by Bilger. Luckier offense or better offense, whichever you believe, by Dahl. And it's the largest lead of the game, 16 for Kelso, 40-24. Into the paint, kick to the three-point line, trying to keep it outside there. Ball poked loose, saved inbounds, right to White. Poked loose from behind, out of bounds. It'll still be Kelso ball. Dahl with 4 after the floater. Kelso creating just a little bit more separation here. So far, they've outscored the Monarchs by 9. Mark Morris had a strong close to the second quarter, though. Looking for the same here in the third. Fraley gets it into Dahl. White jabbing off, spinning off, and now the ball is loose. Couldn't control it. 2-on-2 break. The Monarchs slow it up. Ibaretta, the trailer, gets it over to Mobbs. Mobbs' 3 is off the mark. Ball loose on the floor, tied up, still loose. And we've got whistles. Lots of whistles and fighting and pushing, and might be a headbutt or something. Someone's head's off the floor. I can't tell. Maybe it's inadvertent clash of heads, but see who they had at the bottom of that. Armstrong, and Armstrong is looking to shake the cobwebs out. Ken Kelly out here talking with Ryan Hoff. But a little bit of a fracas at the bottom of that one. They call it jump ball, and it's going to be Kelso possession. Oof. Definitely a rivalry between Kelso and Mark Morris. Open 3, Fraley knew it and hit it. 19-point lead for Kelso. Owen Fraley gets on the board, and it's poked loose by Dahl. 3-on-2 break. Beautiful feed. Huntley finishes it. Kelso leads it by 21, and now we've got whistles, and Jim Appleby is inserting himself into the ball game and trying to separate players up ahead that were getting into it. Looked like Mobbs and White, and we're going to get a sub coming in here. Jackson Tallman is checking in for Mobbs. The Kelso student section really likes that. 53 seconds left here in the quarter, and now this pass is stolen. White goes up for the 3 ball on the way to get it back, no good. Ball tapped out, last touched by Mark Morris. First dunk of the year for Reese White. Fraley, same spot, same result. 50-24, 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock off for Mark Morris. Entry near block. Kick out, Ibaretta. His 3's off the mark. Rebound Tallman. Blocked by White, who didn't leave his feet. Outlet here near side. Foul called on the way. Free throws coming for Kelso. What a sequence. And now the "we can't hear you" chants from the Kelso students.
15 foul for the Monarchs. Correction, foul was on Sam Armstrong.
Armstrong called for the personal. Miller checks in. All smiles right now on the Highlanders' faces. Huntley's second is no good. Unable to hit on this turn. 1 on the clock. Pass. Good if it goes, I think. And it does go, and they count it at the buzzer. What a play there by Zane Armstrong. And it's and 1. Fouled on the shot. A potential 4-point play for Zane Armstrong. The Monarchs might be too far out of it, but Zane Armstrong comes up with a huge 3 at the buzzer and calmly misses the free throw. That's going to do it for the third quarter. A lot of excitement. Physical game out here. 8 minutes to decide this one. Kelso erupts for 27 points. in the period.
48 free pizzas.
They held the Monarchs to just 11. That was the Monarchs' highest scoring quarter of the ball game. But it was also Kelso's. 50-27, 15 for Bronson Miller. Owen Fraley off the bench with 6 points in the quarter on 2 made threes. Reese White with 10. All of these numbers are unofficial, by the way. What a ball game here at Kelso. Fans, consider a donation to your host at N2 Media. Venmo preferred, PayPal acceptable, but the free live streams do kindly ask for some monetary donations to keep the lights on. Appreciate all of you folks who tune in and share the live stream links and interact in the comment section. It means a lot. We are ready to go here for the fourth quarter of action. Iberetta receives the inbound. Mark Morris needs to make up a lot of ground in a little time. A three is on the way, blocked. Rebound by Dieter. The defense for Kelso has just been the story tonight. And then the explosive offense there in the third to go with it. And the ball movement's been crisp. That shot inside, no good. Rebound by Swafford of Mark Morris. Off the dribble, Tallman enters it. Nice play by Bilger, who slows up, and Fraley crawls on his back on the shot. It'll be free throws here for Luke.
2 shots. Coming up for Luke.
Aunt Herrera says good luck getting home. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be difficult. I mean, who knows? People might hit the exits early here tonight as Bilger unable to hit on the first. And now the Kelso student section chants, "Who's your barber?" Ooh. Yeesh. Underrated chant, though. Bilger misses a pair. Rebound by White. White got some space. Now off the dribble drive, and it's a charge. He hit the shot, but in position there, according to Jim Appleby, was Zane Armstrong. It's a 23-point lead here for Kelso with 7:04 to go. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Mark Morris. Fans, feel free to type into that live stream comment section who your vote is for player of the game. We're going to name our Cowlitz PUD player at the conclusion of this one. Inbound thrown away. Iberetta was trying to circle the elbow and get to the block. That pass wide of the target and out of bounds. Another turnover for Mark Morris. They have just had a hard time maintaining possession. It's a work in progress overall for Mark Morris here. Dahl brings it up for the Highlanders. Ball denied, but recovered by White. White with some space to operate, crosses over, jumps, and fires a pass down low. Robinson pump fakes, pulls the trigger, airballs it. Iberetta with the board for Mark Morris. Fires a pass inside and trying to throw it back inside, doing so successfully, but shot missed. White leaks out, pump fakes, goes up off the window after he let Swafford fly by. And White now with 12 and the lead continuing to grow. 25-point lead for Kelso. This pass deflected, stolen away, underhand up ahead, and a foul on the break. It'll be Kelso ball. We'll see who they got the foul on. It's going to be on Armstrong, his fourth. Huntley back into the game, and Dahl will check out. And we're going to get a foul away from the ball on Bronson Miller. Nope, Carter Huntley. Nice feed down low, but Armstrong just dribbles it out of bounds. Again, the turnovers. White did not catch clean. Traveled with the basketball. Turnover back to Mark Morris. Timeout on the floor. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Again, fans, put it up there. Consider a donation to your host. Venmo preferred, PayPal acceptable. A small $5,000, $10,000 donation goes a long way. .544 to go in this one, folks. Mark Morris with possession. Bilger cut off by two Highlanders. Kicks it out. Ibarreta gets over here to the near corner, closed out on hard. Ball might have been tipped. Bilger is going to try to track it down. It was actually last touched by Kelso. So it will remain with the Monarchs. Armstrong to inbound it. Bounce pass on that far block, Ibarreta. I don't know how many he's scored in the second half. I'll have to check, but it doesn't seem like many. I think just 3. White, one-on-one, forces a shot up. That's not been the Kelso game, though, tonight. It's been a lot of good ball movement and a lot of good cutting. Mark Morris gets it up ahead. Ibarreta adds 3 to his total. Now with 17. He's got 17 of Mark Morris's 30 points. Miller, a 3 on the way, no good. In fact, it's badly airballed. Saved, though, by Huntley to Robinson. And whistles. And the shot clock was accidentally reset. 15 seconds, 14 seconds on the shot clock now. Inbound goes to Huntley. Huntley guarded by Ibarreta. Nice curl there. White on the run. Off the glass and in. Coach Kinch talked about Reese when we had a chance to sit down the other day, and he really liked what White did in the offseason in terms of how much work he was willing to put in. A lot of his guys bought in as White saves one off the face of a Monarch. Far side layup, good by Miller. What a play by White as I'm talking about him. Miller with another bucket. Shot up, no good. Underneath the basket by Swafford. Rebounded by Miller. Robinson lobs it in. White in position. Catches it over Bilger and scores again. 58-30. Bilger fires a pass inside. Nice flex cut. Bucket good by Ibarreta. .305 to go in this one. A three on the way by Robinson, no. Whistle under the basket. Foul going to be called on Kelso.
Fourth team foul for Kelso. Easton and Dahl back to the floor for Kelso.
Owen Dahl back out there as well as Bryson Eastham. Swafford, Ibarreta, Armstrong, Tallman, and Pisarchuk out there for the Monarchs. Ibarreta, jump stop, shot no good. Rebound Eastham. Miller at the three-point line. Hands off to Robinson. Robinson picks up his dribble, bounce pass to Dieter. Dieter finds a backdoor cutter, and it's blocked, but a foul is called. Armstrong came over and apparently got a little bit too much of Dahl. Free throws coming here for Owen Dahl. It's going to be on Jackson Tallman. His first personal. And the free throw no good. Fraley back into the game for Miller.
Back in for Kelso.
Second free throw, no good. 2:20 to go. Swafford, pass inside. Tallman could not handle it.
Kelso basketball.
Robinson ran off the three-point line. Hesitation, dribble, drop, step, spin, inside, underhand pass. Beautiful. Eastham just couldn't hit it. That's been the story of the game, is a lot of great ball movement and position by the Highlanders. Pump fake, drive baseline. Nice move. Ibarreta just has it roll off. Kelso on the move now. Head fake, hesitation, shot with the right hand off the glass and good by Robinson. And we've got a whistle. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Robinson now with 8.
What I meant was full timeout by the Highlanders.
Full timeout. Kelso fans, this is where you'll find all of our information on social media. Obviously, the YouTube channel you're watching on, and Facebook and Twitter. I'm going to try to do multi-streaming again down the road here. I just got to make sure that, you know, we're going to have a clean internet signal and no skip frames. Brian, I see that tag on Twitter. That is phenomenal. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. I'll probably cut the highlight up for sure and post it on some separate social medias. But, guys, if you're not following me on Twitter or on Facebook, you got to do it. And also make sure you please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. It really does help. Whether you watch a stream or not for the rest of your lives, just by being a follower, which is free, by the way, it really helps my online presence. So appreciate all the support here tonight. Back to action here with 1:29 to go. Got some subs in here for both teams. Try to see if we can get some names to these faces as the ball's out of bounds. Carter Schmidt out there for the Monarchs. And for Kelso, I see Luke Latham. And also out there, Brody Dieter. So a couple new faces that we haven't seen yet. Ibarreta still out there, a face we have seen. Counted and one for Drew Ibarreta. And he'll head to the free throw line for a chance at the old-fashioned Ibarreta, now with 21 in the ball game.
Picks up his first personal.
And the free throw is no good this time here by Ibarreta. Pass underneath the basket. Dieter is there, but he couldn't hit it. Nice find by Fraley. A three on the way. Swafford, no good. Ibarreta rebounds. Pushes it up, no good. Ball tapped out, last touched by the Highlanders. Tallman, bounce pass, Swafford. Swafford gives it up top of the circle. Now it's Pisarchuk who moves it far side. Schmidt to the corner to Ibarreta. Ibarreta dribbling out, going baseline, goes up and in. Gets in good position. Ibarreta has really been working hard here tonight. 23 now for the senior. 23 out of 36 team points. 2-second, 3-second difference between shot and game clock. Kelso might not even throw a shot attempt up here, but they probably will. Continuing to circle the top of the key. And now the I believe we just won chant by the Kelso students. Dahl throws up a three, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no good. Rebound, and that's going to do it. The Kelso Highlanders defend their home court, and they win this one going away 60-36. Impressive team win here by the Kelso Highlanders. We're going to have the Cowlitz PUD post-game show, and we're going to name a Cowlitz PUD player of the game here momentarily. Be sure to type in your votes to the live stream comment section if you care to. Otherwise, it's going to be all me here tonight. Again, the final 60-36. Brian says White has my vote. Jules with the Bronson Miller vote. I like it. I like it a lot. White with 16, Miller with 17. Ooh. Do we dare go co-player of the game? I don't know. Brian wants to know if he could vote for an evergreen player. Well, you used to be able to vote for Des Daniel, but I hear he's over at Skyview now. I'm going to put the headset down here real quick and ask a couple of folks here on Media Row and see what they think. All right, back here. So the picks that I've heard is pretty much Reese White is what most people are saying here. I like Bro 5647 Wild Boys, Bronson Miller. Yeah, I mean, I think Bronson brings a little bit of an edge out there. White does too, though. I mean, they both play off of each other and play off the crowd very well. very exciting matchup here tonight going into it. Always is with Kelso and Mark Morris. You never know what you're going to get. It's like life is like a box of chocolates, you know. Gosh, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk a little bit about it here. Iberetta ends up with 23, by the way, on my unofficial score sheet for Mark Morris, in case anybody's thinking about voting for Drew. Pat Thill, Python Thill's Papa says that Drew played his heart out. Great kid. I mean, Drew's a phenomenal competitor. Yeah, I think that, you know, it's an unfortunate situation right now for Drew with the fact that he's, you know, kind of, not to say like the last man standing, but so many seniors on the team last year, and he was such a compliment to that team. By the time the season got near the end of it, I mean, he was really the guy for him. I mean, he got everybody into the offense. Dalton Stevens had a phenomenal state tournament, so obviously you want to make sure you give him the respect that he's due. But, man, I tell you what, you know, Iberetta is going to give it his all every single night, and the Monarchs are going to be okay. There's a lot of time left in the season. We're just 3 games into it here. By the way, Mark Morris dropping to 1-2 now on the year. Kelso remaining perfect at 2-0. I think it's really a good sign for Kelso to get the ball movement that they have been able to get these first 2 games, especially tonight. There was a lot of unselfish play out there. We're going to go over the point totals, and we're going to see what we got. First, for Mark Morris, Drew came into this game averaging 21, already had a career-high 33 against Castle Rock. He has 23 tonight. The big problem so far for Mark Morris has just been the balance, and it'll come in times. I saw a lot of good things out here tonight. Maddox Mobbs ends up with 5 and Zane Armstrong with 8. Those are the only 3 players that scored for the Monarchs. You know, it's not very often that you say in the course of a basketball game that only 3 guys score. So, you know, things are going to come along for him. I like what I see from Maddox Mobbs out there. You know, there's a lot of youth overall for the Monarchs. And, you know, when they get to near the midway point and they get A.J. Fabian into the lineup, I mean, obviously 3 seniors with Iberetta, Tallman, and Pizarchuk, but the youth is there for the Monarchs. They've got a good young crop of talent coming up as well on the JV side of things. So, yeah, a lot of things to look forward to in the future for them. On the other side for Kelso, just a lot of great ball movement here tonight. We go through the total scoring. Again, it's all unofficial. 16 for Reese White, 17 for Bronson Miller. The big dunk by White, really kind of the turn the lights off, go home type of play. Then I'm just going to go down the list. I'm not even going to try to see who's next in line. I'm just going to go ahead and read them off. Owen Dahl with 4, Carter Huntley with 4, Owen Fraley with 6, Alex Dieter with 4, Anthony Robinson with 8. So a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different Highlanders score the basketball here tonight. You know, a lot of good things that we saw from Kelso. The hustle plays, the deflections, the pressure. Yeah, they got great contributions from everybody who stepped out on the court. Bryson Eastham played a lot of minutes here tonight off the bench and didn't score, but affected the ball game in a lot of positive ways. A lot of emotion here tonight, you know, with Fabian coming back here. I don't know. I mean, I think that the Kelso students really wanted this game. I think the Kelso players really wanted this game. They certainly played like they wanted this game. You know, it was a type of game that you expect between Mark Morris and Kelso. Some official warnings issued. You know, a lot of diving on the floor, loose balls. Just an exciting atmosphere. Always great when these two teams get together and play. They're going to go their respective ways. Kelso looking to compete for a 3A league championship this year, and Mark Morris is still going to be in the conversation for possibly getting in to a league championship in the Greater St. Lawrence League 2A. So you got to like what you see here going forward from Kelso, though, starting out 2-0, beating Ridgefield and Mark Morris in back-to-back games. Good start to the season for the Highlanders. All right, time to name our Cowlitz PUD player of the game. And Brian says it best in the live stream comment section. Turn the lights out, go home, win player of the game, book it. For me, it's going to be Reese White. And just based on the conversations that I've had with the other folks up here on Media Row, that, Reese's length and athleticism and his edge, really helps the Kelso teammates feed off of what he brings and his energy. He's a guy who can play one-on-one, but, his vision, being able to pass the ball tonight after he drew some defenders in, really sparked some easy buckets down low. Alex Dieter, I know that his 4 points doesn't stand out here. Bronson Miller, spectacular game with 17. Dieter had a lot of great hustle plays, a lot of great rebounds. Those three guys are going to be a problem for everybody. Their athleticism is very impressive to see, but the camaraderie, the biggest takeaway here tonight for the Highlanders. The biggest challenge going forward, if there was one, is how do you maintain this level of play, this level of focus? You can't just rely on these high emotion games when you're going up against a guy who left your program or you're going against a team that's a crosstown rival. Can you bring this energy on the road against a Mountain View, against a Prairie, against an Evergreen, a Heritage? They're going to play some tough non-league games as well. They're going to play the Camas Papermakers, the Union Titans. Camas, really good. Skyview, they're going to play them. They're really good. Can you bring this energy? Can you play as a team night in and night out? Obviously, you're going to stub your toe a few times along the year. It's super hard to remain undefeated, especially when you're playing in a 3A, 4A hybrid type league. So that's going to be the big challenge for Joe Kinch and for the Kelso Highlanders, is to maintain it night in and night out, to get that focus. The one good thing I will say is that not everybody had an on night so far, I would say, for Kelso, but everybody did something. And with the way that the teams can diversify, so to speak, it's not going to be one guy on any given night. It's going to probably be a collective effort from a couple different guys. And who those guys are going to be, we really don't know night in and night out. But I see a lot of things from a lot of different players that make me believe that there's going to be some dudes that will pick up the slack if some other guys are kind of struggling out there. And we haven't even really talked about the fact that Owen Dahl's coming off the bench right now, a starting point guard from a season ago as a freshman. I think we're looking at a potentially good team for Kelso that looks like a playoff team right now. If they can stay healthy and keep this momentum going that they've built in the first week of the season. Again, I say that first week of the season, we got a long way to go. But I like the chances here for Kelso and what they're putting together. They do have a game later on this year at R.A. Long. That should be another really cool game to be a part of. I'll be over there streaming that one. So we're going to finish this one up here again. Reese White, our player of the game here tonight. So congratulations, Reese White, 16 unofficial points on the score sheet here tonight, and one thunderous dunk to put an exclamation point on the Highlanders win. The Kelso Highlanders are now 2-0 on the season, and the Scotties are looking to build some more momentum next week. Mark Morris back to the drawing board after this one. A lot of time left in their season. They're going to get things together, and they're going to be just fine. And we look forward to catching up with both teams again here in the very near future. Next week, the first game on the docket is down at at Ridgefield. It'll be Fort Vancouver. So we're going to be down there on Monday. Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media saying so long here from Media Row. We'll be back at it Monday from Ridgefield. Final score once again in this one, Kelso 60, Mark Morris 36. Thank you all so much for watching, and we hopefully will see you next week. Have yourself a great weekend.